I felt like I needed to go to the emergency room. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. I hope you all had a great holiday season. Now that Christmas and New Year's are over, it's time to get back to work. Today I wanted to do a video on first trimester versus second trimester symptoms. I am currently sitting at 26 weeks and 4 days pregnant. So yeah, keeping track on my little pregnancy app. Now that I'm reaching like towards the end of my second trimester, it's going by so fast. It's going by so fast. I figured this would be a perfect time to do this video because then I can give you guys a little bit more insight of like what my second trimester was actually like. Now I have to put this disclaimer up that this is just my own experience. Everybody's pregnancy is different. So the way your body responds, you know, they have that myth of like having a boy versus being pregnant with a girl. Like the symptoms are different. The way that you carry are different. So this is just my own experience. This may not be the same for you, but I figure sharing some of the things that I've experienced may help somebody, put you at ease, or like just better prepare you. First trimester, I found out that I was pregnant in August of 2023. And at the time, I found out like right before I was about to go on a Vegas trip, right? So I would say the first thing that I experienced being pregnant was trying to figure out like what kind of pregnant girly was I gonna be. Was I gonna be the pregnant girl that, you know, could have a drink every now and then? You know, they say it's okay to have like a glass of wine while you're pregnant, things like that. I learned very early on, this comes with just learning your body, learning your pregnant body. I discovered very early on while I was in Vegas, I'm like, this is my last hoorah. This is my last hoorah until I have to sit my tail down and just focus on being pregnant and being healthy and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna have my last hoorah, have a couple drinks and party or whatever. The first night, I tried it. I really tried it. I tried to have a drink, you know, I tried to do some other things and my body was like, no ma'am. No ma'am, you will not. I sat at the dinner table the first night in Vegas feeling like I was about to pass out and I was going to slam my head off that dinner table. So ever since then, I have not had any alcohol whatsoever since I've been pregnant. People keep asking me because I've gone to a couple of social events recently like, oh Ray, do you want to just like have a little glass of wine? You know, you can have a glass of wine. No, because my thing is I never want to risk feeling sick, because once you like feel sick while you're pregnant, that feeling is so, for me, it was like so traumatizing that I never ever like want to risk feeling sick again. So I'm just abstaining from any alcohol, any extracurricular activities. Like I saw a couple of videos where girls were talking about like the benefits of weed during pregnancy, like it helped them through their morning sickness or their mood changes and stuff like that. Like I don't want none of that, none of it, because I just can't risk feeling sick. I can't do it. Throughout this pregnancy, I have refused to take any kind of medication. Like you will experience, or at least I have, pregnancy migraines. And a pregnancy migraine is like, it is a monster to deal with because it makes like my whole face hurt and like my vision gets blurry. and I just can't, I can't hear like loud noises or anything. So, you know, they say it's safe to take Tylenol and certain other pain relief medications while you're pregnant. But when you start reading like some of the side effects of a lot of these medications, I'm just too careful to even like risk it. So I will just suffer through a migraine, like lay down in a dark room, maybe put a cold compress or something on my head, like massage my temples, take a nap, something like that. Other than taking medication, because I don't know, this is my first baby. I'm just kind of like being extra careful, I guess. I just don't want to do anything that could possibly have like an adverse effect on my baby. So I have just been medication free throughout my pregnancy, and I plan to continue that. In your first trimester, you go through like this learning stage of like learning your body, like learning what your body can tolerate. So during my first trimester, I learned very early on that this baby does not like shrimp. Shrimp is the one food item that I cannot eat. I have not experienced actual morning sickness of like waking up in the morning and then having to throw up. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, because I couldn't imagine. I probably would not be a functional person if I had like consistent morning sickness. During my first trimester, my best friend wanted to go to Red Lobster for endless shrimp. Why I agreed, I don't know. I just did it, you know, something to do. So we went for the endless shrimp. The next morning I woke up, head in the toilet. I threw up like 6 times. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so traumatizing. Like my stomach hurt. Like my chest hurt. I just felt weak for the rest of the day. It didn't dawn on me then that it was the shrimp that actually made me sick. I just thought, you know, maybe this was just a morning sickness because I was still very early on in my pregnancy. So later, maybe like a couple weeks after that, my boyfriend made like a stir-fry dish that had shrimp in it, and I ate that. Woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, head in the toilet. My boyfriend was sitting on the tub rubbing my back and like just trying to be there for me, because what else can you do? You know, you're just constantly throwing up. And I said right there on that bathroom floor, it's the shrimp. Also, in this learning stage, I figured out like, you know, I take prenatal vitamins every day. Matter of fact, I need to take my prenatal. Hang on one second. Okay, I just remembered when I mentioned prenatal that I hadn't taken my prenatal vitamin this morning. What I found out when taking prenatal vitamins was that for me, it was important to get a prenatal that you could take with or without food. Most prenatal vitamins, you have to take them with food. You have to take them with food. I have to reiterate that, because if you take it without food, you will throw up. At least that's what happened to me. Also, like with figuring out the type of prenatal vitamins that you want, there's also like the gel capsules versus like a hard pill like this. Let me see if I can show you. A hard pill like this. This is what mine looks like. I take the it's called New Chapter. That's the brand. It's New Chapter One Daily Prenatal Multivitamin. I get this from the Vitamin Shop, which is not too far from where I live. Prenatal vitamins are expensive too. You need to be prepared for that. There are a lot of cheap brands, but like this brand right here, this brand, if you get the 90 tablets, which is a 90-day supply, this will run you about 60 bucks. Yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind. So I learned very early on that I cannot change my prenatal vitamin, meaning if I run out of this, I need to get more of this. I can't switch and get like something else. I just won't risk it, because I had this and another brand one was called Smarty Pants. They have like a gel capsule. And so when I ran out of this one day, I had the other ones by Smarty Pants, and I took one. Y'all, I'm telling you, within 10 minutes after taking it, head in the toilet. First of all, it's a gel capsule. I will not take gel capsules because one, for me, they're gross. Whatever oil substance that is in that vitamin, it has a taste to it. And it was even worse coming up than it was going down. So that day, I threw them in the garbage, went back to the vitamin shop and got my usual prenatal. And I will stay on this for the entirety of my pregnancy. Another first trimester symptom, exhaustion. And when I say exhaustion, I mean extreme exhaustion. Like, I literally fell asleep twice on the expressway just trying to commute to work one day. Like, I would go to sleep mid-sentence, mid-conversation, like that. I was like constantly taking daily naps because I just could not last throughout the entire day without taking a nap or just nodding off. And it was a little scary because I'm not really a sleepyhead. But yeah, pregnancy will literally drain you. So I learned very early on that naps are important. So take your naps, girls. Please take your naps. Another symptom, I had no appetite during my first trimester. None. I could not. I was literally forcing myself to eat because I don't know, something about, you put some food in front of me, it kind of just made me feel like a little queasy. Like the way stuff smelled. I could not eat sweets. Sweets like really kind of made me gag, and I like sweets. I just had no appetite. I was literally forcing myself to eat something, but my body was just like, no. And because I had no appetite, early on in my pregnancy, I started to lose weight. So when I got pregnant, I was around like 172, like 173. And then my weight dropped to like 165. And my mom was like super concerned. And my doctor said that's perfectly normal, thank God. But it was mostly because like I was not hungry, I just couldn't eat. But because you are growing a human, like I know I needed to eat, so I would just force myself to eat something. But yeah, I just didn't want to eat. First trimester, I had no sex drive. None. I did not want to be touched. It was something about like the way my stomach felt. My stomach was just like very kind of like sensitive, which is like, it's a little hard to explain. It's kind of like, you know, you have like something precious going on in here, or like your body is just like going through these changes, and you feel the changes and everything. And I'm just like, I did not want to be touched, and I definitely didn't want anybody on top of me. So like my sex drive went from it just went down, and you know, it made me feel bad. Now this comes with like having a good partner. If you are, you know, doing this with a partner, my boyfriend told me like, don't worry about it, because I felt so bad, like I'm neglecting him, I'm neglecting my duties or whatever. But I felt bad about it, and I told him like, I'm sorry, babe, I just like, you know, I just really don't feel like I'm in the mood. And he was just like, we have forever to go, you know, don't worry about it, I'm not going anywhere. And it just made me feel so much better because I really felt guilty. But if you have the right partner, if you are doing this with a partner, it's so important to like choose wisely, ladies, because there's a chance that you may not want to be touched the same way that I was. I was just like, please get off me. The last like notable symptom that I had from my first trimester was back spasms. Now, back pain kind of comes with the territory of like, you know, growing a human. But I wasn't expecting anything like that so early on. I was having not so much just like back pain, I was having back spasms. And when I say back spasms, I mean like my back would seize up, like it would like cramp up, and it hurts. So I constantly have to stretch and everything. But this happened 2 times. I was getting dressed for work, and walking from the bathroom to my bedroom, I sneezed like really hard. And when I sneezed, my back literally like seized up, and I fell onto my knees. And I remember sitting on the bedroom floor on my knees like, what just happened? Like, my boyfriend came in the room like, why are you on the floor? My back literally gave out on me. Now we're in the 2nd trimester. When you go into your 2nd trimester, I felt like I could feel it. I could feel a shift because my energy just went up all of a sudden. That exhaustion that I was feeling in the 1st trimester, it was like almost non-existent. I just got like this sudden boost of energy. I'm able to stay up all day without having to take a nap or falling asleep in the middle of a conversation or anything like that. I was getting things done. And I constantly say to myself, I'm going to use this energy while I have it, because I don't know how long it's going to last. But all of a sudden now I'm shaking and moving. Like, I can do things now, and thank God for that. I will say this, I am reaching the end of my 2nd trimester, and I can feel that energy level starting to decrease. I am starting to basically pass out at any given moment. If I get into a comfortable position, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I am really trying to take advantage of the energy that I have right now, because from what I've heard, your 3rd trimester, you're going to be exhausted all over again. So it's just something to keep in mind. But I am taking advantage of the energy levels that I have now, like filming. Now I'm back to filming. I actually disappeared from YouTube for like 2 months during my 1st trimester because I was literally so exhausted. The thought of filming and having to sit in my office and edit a video, it was like film and edit or go to sleep. I was going to sleep. So yeah, I fell off for a little bit. 2nd trimester, thank you God, I got my sex drive back. Not only that, I literally went from 0 to hero, okay? I was literally like in attack mode. I went from having absolutely no sex drive to being like, like, no, don't touch me, to excuse me, let me see you real quick. Let me see you real quick. I ain't gonna go too much more into that because, you know, yeah, this is YouTube. Now, 2nd trimester, gas, woo! The gas, I mean, like heartburn and burping for me. It has been, it's like, it's annoying. Let me just say that. For me, the gastrointestinal issues that I have been experiencing are more of an annoyance than anything. Like, I am tired of burping. I keep saying that. I tell my mom that pretty much every day. I burp constantly, and it can come at any moment. I literally, like, changing positions makes me burp. Like, if the way I'm sitting down right now, when I stand up, I'll probably release a burp. I was changing the sheets the other day, and I accidentally, like, well, I had my belly on the bed, and me leaning over to grab a pillow pressed up against my stomach and just released. It just released the burp. Like, just constantly burping. And it is not on purpose. Like, sometimes I try to hold it in if I feel it coming, but most of the time I don't even feel it coming. It just sneak up on you. Again, this comes with like having a good partner that just love your dirty draws, because I went from like trying to be cute and like, you know, hide the burps to now, I'm sorry, babe, I gotta let it go. It's all the time. It's frequent. It's every day at any given moment. Shots fired. And yeah, he's just like, you are just a vision of sexiness. I know. Don't worry about it. If you experience something like that, like me, don't be ashamed. It's perfectly natural. You're growing a human. people understand. The body aches. The body aches for me have been a little debilitating. Is that the word you're looking for? Yeah. The body aches have been a little debilitating for me at times because mostly I get back pain. I get crotch pain where it feels like someone like punched me in it. I get like these lower stomach cramps if I change positions too quickly. Like if I stand up too quickly, the bottom of my stomach will hurt. My thighs and my hips ache a lot because there's a lot of things that are changing, like your body is like preparing itself to birth. So a lot of like you get ligament pain and things like that. I just started getting leg cramps. I think of all of the body aches that I've experienced, the back pain has been the worst of it for me, to the point where like I've been in tears. I've been in this in-between point of, yes, I'm pregnant, but I do not feel like I'm disabled. I feel like I can still do a lot of the things that I did before I was pregnant, you know, like traveling and going on very long walks and just doing like different activities and going to events. No, I'm at the point where I realize that I can't do that and I need to sit down. Just coming through the Christmas season, I always do some type of like Christmas lights walk because I want to see the Christmas lights. And we went to the zoo to see the Christmas lights, and girl, we only spent an hour at the zoo walking around slowly to see the Christmas lights. And when I tell you, I was in so much pain to the point where I felt like I needed to go to the emergency room. Before we left the zoo, I had to sit down on a bench to gather myself because my back was on fire. I was hurting so badly. That night I barely slept because I kept tossing and turning looking for some kind of position to get comfortable in, but my back was just hurting so badly. Something that has given me a little bit of a relief as far as like sleeping goes with my back pain is getting a pregnancy pillow. I will link the pregnancy pillow that I have in the description below if you want to maybe try out the one that I have. That pregnancy pillow has been a blessing to me because it really has relieved a lot of my back pain at night. And it's so comfortable that I literally get into it and fall asleep within seconds. But the back pain has probably been the worst pregnancy symptom that I've had. And, you know, I'm dealing with it. At some point, I may try to get like a support. They have those support bands that'll go under your stomach and wrap around to your back because your weight is, your equilibrium is off because your stomach is growing. So that is like something that really contributes to your back pain. So I may, depending on how big my stomach, now my stomach is not that big, just depending on how big my stomach gets, I may end up getting some kind of like back support brace. But we'll see. We're not there yet. Right now, I can deal with it, but it hurts. Also, with that growing belly, your equilibrium will be off. So you really need to be careful. And I learned this kind of the hard way. I fell off a ladder. And it's not funny. It was scary in the moment. I can laugh at it now, but I caught myself. I fell off of a ladder. Your equilibrium is off because your stomach is growing. So you have like this added weight to the front of you. So you may be a little wobbly at times. I ran into a wall. I ran into a wall just like walking through my bathroom. I ran into the wall. The wall wasn't moving. But yeah, my balance it's been a little off, but you just be careful. Just take your time, baby steps. You know, don't rush down the stairs. I tripped going up the stairs, which scared the hell out of my boyfriend. He came running when he heard that big noise. I didn't fall, I caught myself. So now I take my time on stairs, going up and down the stairs. I always hold on to the railing because yeah, your balance is gonna be a little off. Increased appetite. I got my appetite back plus more. When you're pregnant, like I had to read up on this just to make sure I wasn't being like a fatty or whatever. When you're pregnant, your body needs like an additional 300 calories a day. Yeah. And you will feel that extra 300 calories because you be hungry. Like I'm constantly hungry. I just ate breakfast and I'm already thinking about what I want for lunch. Like I'm constantly hungry. I don't know where it's going. You eat, like, where is this going? The baby's taking it. The baby's taking it. And with the increased appetite, you know, you get cravings. I have not had any crazy cravings, but I'm always craving Chipotle or a cheeseburger from Portillo's. I don't know if you have Portillo's in your city or not, but they're delicious. I always want Chipotle, a cheeseburger, or tacos. Those are like my main 3 go-tos. And then I got my appetite for sweets back. I don't go crazy, but I will have like an ice cream bar. Just got these ice cream bars from Costco. They're like chocolate covered with nuts. Oh, so good. So I have to have something sweet. At least one sweet thing. I will allow myself to have one sweet. Sometimes I have 2 during a day, but I don't go crazy because I have to monitor myself. Yes, your appetite increases, but with that, you have to kind of like be conscious of what you're eating if you don't want to gain a bunch of weight. Weight gain is going to come with the territory of pregnancy, and I'm accepting that. But how much weight you gain can have a lot to do with what you are allowing yourself to eat. I'm just like at the point where I'm watching more of what I eat. Yes, I crave these things, but it's like, do I want these? Do I want this? And versus what I need. Like, yes, I want a cheeseburger, but do I need to put extra mayo and have a large cheese fry with it? Do I need that? Or can I just have the cheeseburger and a French fry, a regular size French fry, eat this and be done? Like, you just have to find your balance. That's all. Last pregnancy symptom. I'm gonna say this is the best pregnancy symptom that I've experienced so far is baby movements. In your second trimester, you finally start to feel your baby move. And this baby, I'm almost at 27 weeks. My baby has been rocking and rolling. My baby wakes me up in the morning with a combo kick punch. Just like seeing like the things that my baby reacts to, like music. Recently, I went to see a Christmas play that had music throughout. And the whole time, he just moved throughout the entire thing because I think he really loved the music. Baby movements have been the best pregnancy symptom that I have experienced so far. Every single time I get a kick or a punch or I see my stomach jump, it's always exciting for me. That's pretty much it. That's been my experience so far. First trimester versus second trimester. This journey is very rewarding. It's very interesting, but everybody's pregnancy journey is going to be different. Please understand that and just embrace it because it goes by so quickly. Every single time I look at my app, it's like right now it's saying I have 14 weeks left, and that's scary. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Can't focus on